How would social media and the so-called mainstream media react if a Russian site popped up tonight with a video of Donald Trump in a Moscow hotel room engaged in voyeurism as two hookers rain a yellow shower on the bed where Barack Obama slept? Would they cover it? Would they allow the story and the video to be retweeted and linked on Facebook pages? You bet your ass they would. They would be scrambling for first dibs on the stories like passengers on the Titanic trying to grab a seat on the last lifeboat. Bearing that in mind, you can begin to comprehend both the malevolence of both social and regular media and the enormity of their hypocrisy by examining their reaction to the breaking news last night. When the videos and photos from Hunter Biden's laptop were published the full Monty on a Taiwanese website, Facebook and Twitter immediately quashed anyone attempting to publicize the news. These Silicon Valley sycophants sprang instantly into full-on protection mode for the Joe Biden campaign. Truth no longer mattered. The social media colossi decided to squelch, erase, and obliterate any information that exposed the corrupt dealings of the Chinese compromised Joe Biden and his family of reprobates. The Chinese now own Joe Biden's wrinkled posterior. I don't know the Mandarin phrase for Joe's their bitch, but Sleepy Joe is beholden to the Chinese. The good folks at the Gateway Pundit reported on the sudden appearance of the hideous and perverse Hunter Biden videos and images and were immediately banned by both Facebook and Twitter. Jim Hoft posted the link to the site carrying the videos but was careful to keep salacious images obscured. But Facebook and Twitter reacted almost instantly and shut down Jim's Twitter account. You can read his experience here. We can concede at the outset that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and other internet expressions of self-conceit are not the Harper's Weekly of the 21st century. They are not real media and do not adhere to any journalistic standards. But the New York Times, the Washington Post and the major TV networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, are supposed to operate according to genuine standards of professionalism. But that dog is dead as King Tut. The last 4 years show beyond any shadow of doubt that the electronic and print media establishment has opted largely to eschew journalistic standards and embrace uncritically any slander and defamation of Donald Trump. Let me take you back to January 2017. Here's what the responsible media did with salacious, unverified news. Yesterday CNN reported that Russian operatives have a raft of comprising material on Donald Trump that they are holding to use against him. They said that U.S. intelligence chiefs briefed the U.S. President-elect and outgoing President Barack Obama on the damaging allegations last week. Although the dossier is not verified, BuzzFeed made the decision to publish the full document, saying it chose to do so that Americans can make up their own minds about allegations about the President-elect that have circulated at the highest levels of the U.S. government. The Russian backing stuff is all very thrilling in a James Bond kind of way, but the real treat is this. The dossier claims that Mr. Trump was involved in perverted sexual acts during a visit to Moscow. Notice the unconcealed glee? But the real treat is this. With not one shred of actual evidence, the American media establishment ran with the story. We now know that the celebrated Steele dossier was a damn fraud. But few in the media have displayed the integrity to offer an apology to their readers, listeners, much less to President Trump. They spread an unsubstantiated smear accusing him of degenerate sexual behavior. But that is not the case with Hunter and Joe Biden. The tapes and images are real. The most widely viewed shows Hunter Biden smoking crack with a Chinese woman while she is using her feet to masturbate his manhood. And Hunter is proud. He makes sure this is being recorded for posterity. We do not have to wonder where the tape is, it is here. Warning, it leaves nothing to the imagination. Most disturbing are the images of Joe Biden's granddaughter and evidence that Hunter Biden was sexting with her. But we do not have to rely on the disturbing images alone. We have Hunter's text message to his father in which he admitted he was being denied access to his niece because of his conduct. Hunter begins by explaining what his sister-in-law said to a therapist. She told my therapist I was sexually inappropriate with name redacted when she says that I FaceTime naked with her and the reason I can't have her out to see me is because I walk around naked smoking crack talking redacted girls on FaceTime. When she was present she said that redacted never said anything like that, but the bottom line is that I create and caused a very unsafe environment for the kids. Joe Biden was informed of the abuse and, according to available evidence, did nothing to alert authorities or to protect his grandchild. It is beyond nauseating. And the media's reaction to these new facts? Silence of the tombs. The difference between Trump supporters and Biden supporters is simple and telling. If this kind of evidence emerged showing that Donald Trump was allowing his kids to use his name and position to rake in tens of millions of dollars while engaging in perversion worthy of Caligula, Trump supporters would desert him en masse and support his prosecution. And Biden supporters? They are like Sergeant Schultz from Hogan's Heroes. They see nothing, they say nothing, they hear nothing, and they, along with Hunter and Joe, are accessories to selling out America to the Chinese Republic.